Dear students, today we are going to start with class 10th chapter 1 power sharing, where we will be discussing about the Sri Lanka's example, and we will discuss how the power is shared between the Sri Lanka. So let's start. Sri Lanka, it is an island nation. It is just few kilometers off the southern coast of Tamil Nadu, or we can say southern coast of India. It has a population around 2 crores, which is almost equal to the population of Haryana. And Sri Lanka has a diverse population. Let's see which type of population is living in the Sri Lanka. So this is the Sri Lanka's ethnic composition. There were Sinhala speakers were 74% and Tamil speakers were 18%. Sinhala speakers they were following the Buddhism and 18% Tamils, which contains Hindus as well as Muslims, and that Tamils is divided, or Tamil speakers were divided into two different parts. One is Sri Lankan Tamils and the second one is the Indian Tamils. Now, in Sri Lanka, that emerged as an independent country in 1948, almost like after 1 year of India's independence. Then the democratically elected government, they adopted a series of majoritarianism. Majoritarianism means the people, those who were there in the majority, or the Sinhala speakers. तो उन लोगों ने एक मेजोरिटेरियनिज्म पॉलिसी को फॉलो किया. अब व्हाट इज दिस मेजोरिटेरियनिज्म पॉलिसी? मेजोरिटेरियनिज्म पॉलिसी का मतलब है व्हेन यू आर गिविंग मोर privileges to the people, those who are there in the majority, and you are discriminating against the minority. यहाँ पे majority में सिन्हेला speakers हैं और minority में है तमिल speakers. तो दे आर नॉट गेटिंग इक्वल राइट्स. जो माइनॉरिटी में थे उनको राइट्स नहीं मिल रहे थे. इसके लिए उन्होंने, जो वहाँ की गवर्नमेंट थी, दे पास्ड एक्ट इन 1956, जिस एक्ट का मेन एम था टू प्रमोट द सिन्हेला और टू प्रमोट द मेजोरिटेरियनिज्म मेजर्स इन द श्रीलंका. 1956 एक्ट के बाद दे मेक सिन्हेला द ओनली ऑफिशियल लैंग्वेज ऑफ श्रीलंका. It means they ignored the Tamil language. Then Sinhala speakers, they are given preference. They adopted a preferential policy where they give more preference to the Sinhala speakers in government job and university position. They also declared Buddhism as the state religion, and government start taking step to promote the Buddhism. Then Tamils, they did not enjoy equal rights because they are not getting any right. So they start, or they were discriminated against. And what they did, they were start demanding, and they demanded for that there should be the official language status should be given to the Tamil language also. They also demanded for the equal educational and job opportunities for the citizen, those who were following the Tamil or speaking the Tamil language. उसके अलावा दे ऑल्सो डिमांडेड ऑटोनॉमी टू द तमिल मेजोरिटी एरिया, उनको भी इंडिपेंडेंट कर देना चाहिए. बाद में उन्होंने एक अपना सेपरेट स्टेट डिमांड किया विच वॉज कॉल्ड एज द एलम. सेपरेट स्टेट मीन्स एलम. Now Tamils formed their own political organization because government is not टेकिंग एनी स्टेप्स फॉर देयर इम्प्रूवमेंट. तो उन्होंने अपने लिए अपने अलग से पॉलिटिकल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बनाने स्टार्ट किए. बाद में कुछ टेररिस्ट ग्रुप्स वर ऑल्सो फॉर्म. दे ऑल्सो स्टार्टेड अ वॉर अगेंस्ट द गवर्नमेंट सो दैट दे विल ऑल्सो गेट अ रिकॉग्निशन and they will also get some type of rights. So that was the policy they have adopted. अब इन सारी demands के बाद there is a situation which was aroused, and that was known as the civil war. Civil war means a violent conflict between opposing groups within a country that became so intense that it appears like a war. It's not a war, but it appears like a war, and this is something in within a country. So that is the civil war. And what happened during the civil war? There are several people were killed, many were injured, many had to go to the other countries as refugees. Then there were properties were destroyed, and it indirectly affected the Sri Lanka's economic progress because they were more involved in all these destructions. Then war finally ended in 2009 with the defeat of LTTE. That was a group organization which is taking measures against the government. So that was also defeated, and in 2009, that civil war situation ended in Sri Lanka. So this is about the Sri Lanka's case. And in our previous class, we have already discussed about the Belgium case. Now we will compare that what is the common things or what are the differences between the Sri Lanka's model and the Belgium model. As we have already seen that in Sri Lanka they follow the majoritarianism, जिसकी वजह से there it led a conflict. But in Belgium we adopted a accommodation policy जिसकी वजह से वहाँ पे create हुई peace. Sri Lanka में they led to demand of separate state because they were asking for the ELM, state autonomy और ELM की बात कर रहे थे on the basis of their linguistic or language based groups. Although in Belgium, accommodation policy made all linguistic community to live together in the same country, क्योंकि उन्होंने ऐसा method follow किया था जिसमें Dutch speakers और French speakers they both will have a equal representation. Sri Lanka में it was not a political stability, it was political instability. But in Belgium, political stability was established. Development was also hindered in the Sri Lanka. In Belgium, it became one of the most important place in the Europe, and they set up the headquarter of European Union in the Belgium. This shows that how developed Belgium become. So this is the basic comparison between Sri Lanka's model and Belgium model. Now we will see why we need this power sharing or why power sharing is desirable. Because power sharing is a system in which all the social and ethnic groups are given a role to play, and they will also get a shared in the administration of a country. So that's why they need, or that's why we need a power sharing. अब हम इसको समझेंगे कि what are the reasons behind this power sharing. There are two type of reasons behind this power sharing. One is known as the prudential reason and the second one is known as the moral reason. अब prudential का मतलब क्या होता है? Prudential का मतलब होता है when you calculate your gains and loss. मतलब आप अपने benefits और नुकसान, फायदे और नुकसान when you calculate it, that will be known as the prudential reason. And moral, which is moral, that we should have to do that. So let's see what are the prudential reason. Power sharing हमें क्यों चाहिए? What are the prudential reason of power sharing? First one is power sharing helps to reduce the conflict between social group. That we have seen in the Belgium example, जहाँ पे हमने देखा कि अगर हम पावर को डिवाइड कर देते हैं तो it will reduce the conflict, and that happened in the Belgium. Then second one, it also established the political stability and strengthen the unity of a country. Yes, it will do that also, and it is good for majority also because it provides them peace and security. क्योंकि अगर मेजोरिटेरियनिज्म कोई भी स्टेप लेता है तो वो थोड़े टाइम के लिए उनके लिए बेनिफिट हो सकता है, लेकिन लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए वो माइनॉरिटी उनके अगेंस्ट मूवमेंट स्टार्ट कर सकती है. तो इसलिए ये मेजोरिटेरियनिज्म के लिए भी बहुत अच्छा है फॉर अ लॉन्ग रन, ताकि वो कंट्री को यूनाइट कर सके. So that is also, it is important. So these are the three prudential reason of power sharing. Then moral reason. अब moral reason क्या है कि it emphasize the act of power sharing. ये ज़रूरी है भाई, this is important for power sharing and power sharing is valuable. Second, democracy का मतलब ही होता है कि when we will give some power to the people. So people have right to be consulted on how they are to be governed. So they are getting more importance also. यहाँ पे पावर शेयरिंग जो है इट इज़ अ स्पिरिट ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी. मतलब डेमोक्रेसी का मतलब ही पावर शेयरिंग है. इट इज़ अ वेरी स्पिरिट ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी. देन ऑल द सोशल ग्रुप्स that must get a share of power. That is also the reason behind power sharing. Last point है हमारा legitimate government. Now what is this legitimate government? Legitimate government is one where citizen through participation became part of the system. यानी कि moral reason of power sharing is also legitimate government where citizen will also get some power and they can also elect their representative. So this is about the moral reason of power sharing. Till now we have completed about the Belgium model of power sharing, accommodation model, ethnic composition of Belgium. After that we have already discussed about the Sri Lanka's model, majoritarianism, and then why power sharing is desirable, prudential reason for that, and moral reason for power sharing. In our next class, we will be discussing about the forms of power sharing. So meet in our next class. Till then, thank you.